Hello and welcome to the Great Unexplained Debate. I'm Carl Beattie, your host for the next hour, and I'm going to be asking questions to my selected panel of people as opposed to animals or ghosts. What we say you see, so mistakes like that are in, and mistakes like that are in too, and that. I could go on forever, but I won't. I'd just like to introduce you to my panel. My first guest tonight is the wonderful Phil Wyman, a very good friend of mine, and I'm very pleased to have you back, mate. Thank you very much. Founder of Dead Haunted Nights. Going very well, is it?
Very well, thank you, yes.
As so it should. Paranormal investigator, television presenter. You've been in numerous television shows.
Well,
and author.
Yes,
How's the
yes.
book gone then?
All right, yes, not bad at all, thank you. Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting right next to Fred. Fred?
To Fred?
Fred.
Who?
Sorry, well, Fred's normally sitting next to me. And you put me off.
Fred.
No one knows Stuart's here yet. Everyone thinks it's Fred, and they won't find out until it's there, but I've kind of given that away. But sitting next to Phil is the gorgeous Sarah Woodward. Hello.
Hello.
Sarah, how are you? Thank you very much for coming back. Sarah, a paranormal expert in the paranormal, of expertise in the paranormal.
It's going on so far. Stay tuned.
I'm really pleased I got up this morning. I'm starting to wish that I'd had a relapse and didn't. Founder of White Rose Paranormal. How's that going?
It's going good, thank you.
Have you got anything coming up?
Not at the moment, too busy with Dead Haunted Nights at the moment I am.
Well, busy. And next to me, I haven't seen him for a little while because he's been very, very busy.
Legend.
Very busy.
The legend known as Stuart Torrevell.
Well, thank you.
Television cameraman, paranormal investigator, all-round good guy, and mate.
Hey.
How are you, mate?
I'm very well, thanks.
Been
Thanks
busy,
very
haven't you? What
well.
have you
I've
been
been very busy. Lots and lots of filming.
What have you been filming,
I
Stuart?
can't tell you.
Oh,
Top stuff, top
Tell me
secret.
what
You know,
have to come.
you wouldn't know about that kind of stuff.
I
I've been in
wouldn't.
television.
No, I wouldn't know
and
anything about anything. I'm just sitting here. Right, let's get to the actual debate part of this. I'd like to start with, see where it goes, past life regression.
Oh.
I thought that was what we were doing anyway. Starting with stuff and see where it goes.
Well, yeah, it kind of works that way, doesn't it? The past life regression, look, I'm going to put that on there.
Yeah.
Because it's been done a little bit. Past life regression. The one thing I just want to tell everyone at home, you might hear a whirring noise. The whirring noise is only there because we have the fans on. Now, I want to tell you at home the reason we got the fans on is it's so hot in this studio we actually can't cope with. But the truth of the matter is, we forgot to turn them off.
Shall we turn them off?
No, I think we should leave them on because I'm actually quite enjoying it.
It's kind of a more personal and interactive experience.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're in the room with us.
Mm.
That's what it is.
If everyone at home would hum at this present moment, you won't even notice that. Let's past life regression. Let me just go again, as I normally do, just one by one. What are your thoughts on past life regression? Sarah, what do you think of the whole past life regression thing?
I've tried to be regressed, I will admit this, but it didn't actually work for me.
You can admit it. It's not like an AA meeting where you.
No.
My name's Sarah Woodward and I've been regressed.
I did actually want to be regressed because I witnessed what I believe was a ghost, and I wanted to be regressed back to that moment so that I could try and explain it to myself and look at the rational.
So you thought you were?
I thought that I'd seen a ghost. I believe.
Sorry, I knew I should have got up early.
It's the fans.
Earlier. I thought you said I thought I was a ghost.
No.
I thought, how does that work? Being regressed to be a ghost? But you've already seen a ghost.
Yeah, and I wanted to be regressed back to the moment so I could relive it again.
Oh, so you weren't looking for a past life, you were just looking at going backwards?
No, just to be regressed back to that moment, yes.
That's interesting. I've never thought of that before. That's interesting. I'll talk about that in a bit. But Phil, what's your
Past lives. Now, we're talking reincarnation and that kind of thing, aren't we, to find out
Allegedly.
if we've been born before and that kind of thing. Now, I'm a massive admirer of Arthur C. Clarke. And,
the lovely Arthur?
Yep.
Brilliant. And on one of his shows, he did a special where he kind of gave a points system and awarded points to phenomena like ghosts, poltergeists, that kind of thing. One of them was reincarnation, and I think it was out of a score of 10. I might be wrong, but it was certainly a low score that he gave it. He gave it something like a 2 on the belief scale. And now, if he doesn't actually think that reincarnation exists, who am I to argue? The man was a genius.
In fact, that episode is actually on the Unexplained channel.
There you have it.
With
Watch it.
All his
Watch
other
it.
episodes as well.
Yes.
That one's in one. So, but no, I know what one you mean. And I'm a huge fan of Arthur C. Clarke. I think he was one of the founders of what we do. I think
absolutely.
He was one of the first people
Yeah.
to actually sit there and go, let's not just accept it, let's investigate it.
Yeah.
Stuart, what's your opinion of?
Well, it's you know, it's something like this, you can talk about this for hours and hours. I mean, I've never been regressed, but I've been hypnotised. I was hypnotised when I was about 10 years of age.
10?
When I was 10 by the doctor. The doctor sent me to a hypnotist in the same clinic to control my asthma, because I used to suffer with really bad asthma attacks, you see. So for me to kind of calm my nerves, he said, come in, we'll hypnotise you.
You do nerves calming and you work almost haunted.
You know, so, but
Obviously worked.
Yeah,
I sat there for 40 minutes and there was never any point where I thought, I'm out of it. I was totally there. I understood what he was saying. I came out of it and it didn't do anything. When he was, it didn't do anything. When he was telling me to do things, right, when I click my fingers, you'll come out of it. I just came out of it naturally. Because he told me to do it.
Yeah.
And I explained to him after, you know, that it didn't do anything because I was in a group of 6 people, you see. So I didn't want to look silly and embarrassed in front of other people. So I just kind of went with the flow until later on I said, it didn't do anything.
The big one is past life regression. What is the difference between past life regression and being hypnotised?
I don't think
Because
it's
are
any
they not a
difference.
very, very similar thing? See, I've been hypnotised. I went somewhere to be hypnotised, to stop doing something, and I've stopped doing it. But I didn't believe it was going to work, and that was my point. I didn't believe it was going to work, and I didn't go under. I'm convinced, because when the lady finished, she said, and I thought, I'm going to give it 100% here. I'm going to listen to every word she says. But I never went under. When I finished, she said, how long do you think you've been here? And I said, probably about an hour. And she looked at me and said, oh, yeah, that's how long you've been here. And I thought it didn't, but it stopped me doing what I was doing, and I tried everything else to stop before, and I couldn't do it. So it was that point that it worked. For whatever reason, or the fact that it cost 300 quid maybe made me think it was too much money. But I don't know, but whatever it was, it worked. But I don't think I went under. But what's the difference between regression and hypnotism?
I think they're both the same. I think with regression, you're going back to who you may have think you used to be, or you may have thought you were in a previous life. With hypnotism, you're either trying to stop smoking, stop biting your nails, or calm down,
I think
things like that.
You know, money.
Exactly.
Or in my case,
and I think that's the only difference. Those two.
Yeah, it's like Stuart said. I think that hypnotism is it's a cure for something or a preventative to something, isn't it? Past life regression or past regression, or whatever you call it, is trying to uncover an unknown side to
your past.
Yeah.
But don't you have to
lived.
be in a hypnotic state to be able to do that, though?
I don't know.
To be able to go back?
Well,
But isn't
that's what it is.
Isn't
That's what that is.
the methodology the same? I mean, it's almost because with regression, you're emptying your mind so it can be filled with whatever, and with hypnotism, you're emptying your mind as well. And I think there's this point that my only thing with regression and hypnotism is that once it's done to that point, is you're susceptible to coercion. You can be, people can easily feed you stuff subconsciously. So when you wake up, you will actually still think that. And we've all seen the hypnotist stage shows where you can eat an onion and think, pretend it's an apple. And I'm glad those things aren't on the telly anymore. But it's still a way of you manipulating your mind to such a degree that under that sort of state, you can be made to think you're anyone else. And after the break, we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about it. So please don't go away and join us in a couple of minutes.